Hi everyone, welcome into Primetime TV Show. We give you an opportunity to live your best quality of life anytime, at any age. I'm your host, Barbara Marville Kelly, and with me is my sidekick fellow host, Dennis Kelly. Hey.
Hey.
I'm on a roll today. How about you?
I'm on a roll too because I'm with you.
Oh, now that was very good.
How about that?
That was very good. It's great to have you back again, too.
Good being back.
I know, we have so much to share.
Absolutely.
Are you awake? Are we keeping you awake?
Am I awake?
I just love picking on him.
I have to go through this every time.
It's just fun. It's just fun, right?
But it's all in fun.
Well, you know what? I've got you back again. This time
Good.
Last year, it was a little bit different, wasn't it?
Well, that's the way it goes sometimes.
I know, it does. And you guys, if you've been watching our shows, you've been learning some of the things that my husband and I have been sort of going through in life. Hey, that's life. And you learn how to live with what happens, what cards are dealt your way. But we have made the choice, because we feel life is all about choices, is to really do our homework and work with people who are looking to help others in a natural, alternative way, means to get you into your very best health possible. In our show today is a very special guest, a dear friend, Karen Wagner. She is one of the amazing women in the community who helps others find their very best in themselves, have that quality of life as well, through the beauty of natural organic oils. When we discovered the oils, we tested out on ourselves, our doggies, and it's just one of the mainstays in our household. And you're going to hear all about those properties of essential oils. Then we also have a very special gal coming on who is a fellow competitor, I should say. And boy, did she ever do a great tango the other night. Joyce DiDonato, she's going to be coming out talking about the Citrus Festival, the Dancing with the Local Stars, and we're going to have a blast with that and so much more. And I love her because of what she does in the community, plus her homemade dog biscuits. And that's really cool. So she's going to talk about that and so much more. But right now, I'm doing all the talking.
That's good. You do it so well.
Well, what do you have to say?
I have to say I'm glad to be here.
Oh, that's very good. So, what do we have coming up in store for 2015?
We got a whole lot. And helping people live their life in a way that they never dreamed of before. Not being afraid of taking a little bit of risk here and there to actually improve their overall appearance, internally and externally.
And you know, that's really about it, because we start from within and everything kind of lands on our skin and everywhere else. But if we know what to do for ourselves when it comes to alternative healing methods, I mean, the traditional medicine has worked to some degree. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. We found that some of the answers are there, but we prefer to go down that healing arts and wellness of natural products and different things of that nature. And that's one of the things that we started to share with you a couple of weeks ago. Coming up next week, my husband has been working with a particular holistic doctor on various supplements and different things that he's actually turned around a few symptoms, to say the least. I mean, we were counting them the other day. There's like 15 different things that you had been experiencing for several years, unbeknownst to myself. And as he would turn those things around, then I'd hear, oh, here's another true confession on this little thing or that little thing. And so it's exciting when I say I have my husband back. I really do mean that, because you were kind of being sucked into a vacuum of some sort last year, and neither one of us knew what it was.
Well, yeah, it started back right after, right after I competed in the World Championship in Atlanta, Georgia in 2007. I was in the best shape of my life and really felt many years younger than I was. At that time, I was 69. And then a couple of years later, about a year and a half, 2 years later, I started feeling strange things. I started going downhill, and I knew it wasn't because of age, because I never let that be an obstacle. I mean, for example, atrial fibrillation, I started having those bouts, and acid reflux problems, losing my balance, which is unusual because in Tai Chi and Qigong, being a Grandmaster, my balance was impeccable. And again, like I say, I didn't associate that with age. And I kept burying my head in the sand and say, this is just a temporary situation, it'll get better. And it didn't. It got worse. And of course, I didn't tell you these things because I didn't want you to worry. And every symptom I had actually took me down the path of Parkinson. But again, I didn't want to admit that. So finally, when I went to the doctor, he verified the fact, which I already knew. And that's when I mentioned to you, told you about all those things that you were wondering what was happening, what was really happening, and why it was happening. And of course, the formula is to try to reverse the disease rather than trying to mask it. Drugs do nothing but mask a disease. They don't cure it or they don't reverse it. And what's happening now with the program that the doctors put me on, it's all naturopathic, and we're actually reversing the Parkinson's. Still have a few tremors here and there, but as far as getting my mental acuity back, being able to function as a Grandmaster in Tai Chi and Qigong, my balance is back. And it's a great experience to know that we don't have to depend on drugs.
You know, that is so true. And while we're not making any claims or ever will make any claims, and of course everybody gets different results regardless of what they do in their life, in their lifestyle and life experience, but it does come back to choices. And we had a very emotional show a few weeks ago because it was the first time that we were kind of letting loose of this, because, you know, we're really pretty well known in the community and nationwide as, you know, we got all these answers for this and that and helping a lot of people doing this and that. We teach people how to relax, teach them how to deal with stress, and so much more. And so we are looking at ourselves like, what's going to happen here? You know, our livelihood, everything. It just goes to show no matter who you are or what kind of lifestyle you are living, and it could be the best of the best. You never know. That's why we don't ever take every day. We don't take every day or any day for granted. We appreciate every day that we have because it really is a gift. And you just never know when the rug's going to be pulled out from under you. And so we were kind of like going down this path, and he was going off in a corner having his tears shed. I was going off in another corner having my tears shed. And we didn't know what we were going to do. And got a phone call one day from our dear friend Marie Conrad that brought us to Joanne Hill. Joanne, if you're out there, we love you. And I told you today, if it wasn't for you, girlfriend. And so we're just so grateful that we did make those choices to never give up. And when you see these things happening and you look at it, well, that's life. I know we're all going to leave this planet, but don't you want to carry your own suitcase? That's what you always say. We want to carry our own suitcase on our way out. It makes sense.
Well, we need to die young in an old age. And of course, you can understand how I felt. I mean, I thought to myself when I first started having these symptoms, God, why me? And I thought, no, wait a minute, God, why not me? Because I'm being a warrior, being that I have the desire to continue doing what I'm doing, which is holding health seminars, writing books, anything I can do to improve people's lives through the program that we have. So you can understand how I feel. How can I do that if I'm going downhill?
Exactly.
So with the power of the mind and a lot of prayer and the help of the naturopathic doctor, I was able to reverse the process. I know we can't make claims, but the important thing about what's happening with me is it would be a shame not to give people hope. And that's the one biggest thing is, first of all, you have to have hope. You have to believe in yourself. And the key thing to remember is the body is the best pharmaceutical factory in the world. And for every disease, there's a country where that disease does not exist. What the program that I'm on does, it doesn't overcome the Parkinson. What it does, it gets the body to use its natural immune-fighting tendencies to do all the things needed to reverse the process.
In other words, what we're trying to say is our bodies are miracles. And when we set our bodies up as the miracle that we were born as, it does all the work. We have those God-given tendencies to really, appreciate that and understand that we were born in greatness and in perfection. We were born perfect. And what happens is what we kind of do to ourselves sometimes, that we know. And the one thing that we've learned over this last year, especially with gaining as much knowledge as we can, something that neither one of us knew about. And this is really part of our show, part of our Defy Aging business, is to find out what the latest technology is, test it out ourselves, and share these things with you from our heart to let you know this is what has worked for us, this may work for you, and that's why we are doing this show, is so that we can use this as a platform to bring other people on where you might not normally hear about or even know that has helped. For example, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit more when Karen Wagner comes on to talk about these essential oils. You know what? I'm going to save that. I'm going to wait till after the break when Karen comes out. I want to share this one story with you that really turned me on to these oils and how powerful they are. But the other thing is that the one thing that we did not know about was glycation. We didn't understand what glycation was. We've learned over this time in educating ourselves what glycation does to the body, how it starts to actually break it down and the cells become sticky and they don't absorb the nutrients. You can spend thousands of dollars a month on nutrients, and if our bodies aren't set up as a miracle, then they can't do their job, right?
That's right. Well, there's an energy crisis right now, and not the energy that we're talking about with the electric company, but the energy process of the average person. They really, the little cellular batteries are really at a low ebb, and those batteries have to be high for us to be healthy. And then it's called the mitochondria, and there's 200 to 2,000 in each of our cells, depending upon what part of the body. So glycation is basically the process of these cells powering down, which means then the body can't release its own natural tendency to be able to fight disease, and it also can't clean the system out. So the cells, when I'm talking about the body, I meant the cells, actually can't function as a normal cell. So what we have to do is we have to power up the cells so that the cells do their own natural cleaning. The cells then release the antioxidants like glutathione and antioxidants like that are much more powerful than any you can buy in a health food store.
Exactly. And I think the biggest thing is the power of knowledge, because once we understand how our bodies operate, and I still don't know what I need to know, but I know enough to be dangerously healthy if I do what I'm supposed to do. Am I perfect? Ask my husband. He knows how I love going to the gym and getting all sweaty and hot. It's not my favorite thing to do.
She's a princess.
Hardly. But, for the most part, eating green, eating healthy, eating clean, having the right mindset, being full of love and forgiveness, and really appreciating life in itself and to its fullest. And that whole attitude thing makes a big difference when you are struck with some kind of a crisis in your life. This was a crisis for us last year. And now I can honestly say things have actually been turning around a lot faster than we thought might be, because at your age we didn't know how long this thing was progressing.
I never let that be an obstacle. In fact,
No.
I feel the younger I get, the better I get. That's my whole philosophy.
You mean the older you get?
What did I say?
The younger you get. Well, maybe you are getting
that's
younger.
What I meant.
Maybe
The
that
younger
is
I
what
get.
he meant.
That's what I meant.
My bad.
Yeah, right. How about the one for you? No, I believe that Hippocrates said everybody should die young at an old age. And as I always say, when that final trip comes, I want to at least be able to carry my own suitcase.
Exactly. And on that note, already our segment with you, my dear, is over.
Boy, that went fast.
I know, but we do have an exciting show even after you kind of step off during our commercial break. But real quick, we do want to let you know that Dr. Doug Gabbert is going to be here in the studio. He's flying in special for a 2-hour special edition to talk to you about what happens to us in the aging process. So we want you to really come back next week. Set your clock or your alarm or whatever. Set your phone. Call your friends. Please share, because I will be shamelessly promoting in the show on Facebook from here on out. And then Tuesday, we're going to have a live presentation at our country club at Crescent Oaks in Tarpon Springs. And you can check our Facebook because it's all over there. And you're welcome to come and actually talk to the doctor, talk to my husband and everything, and we'll help you out as much as we possibly can. In the meantime, stick around. We have another dancer coming out that's going to dance with me over at the Dancing with the Local Stars this coming Thursday. So stick around. Joyce is going to be joining us. And Karen Wagner is going to be talking about essential oils and how they can make a difference in your life. We'll be right back after these messages.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Hi, I'm Derek Brooks, former linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. During my NFL career, I realized the importance of giving back and started my foundation, Derek Brooks Charities. We help Tampa Bay youth prepare for a successful life through our college prep and mentoring programs. Our goal is to see youth excel academically and develop strong characters and be better citizens for tomorrow. To further our mission, we've teamed up with Fun Night, a company that gives members access to thousands of nationwide discounts on products and services they buy every day. These include entertainment, retail purchases, dining, and travel. Best of all, 33% of every membership fee goes to the charity of your choice. We love being able to save our supporters money while giving them a unique opportunity to support our charitable work in the community. I invite you to consider using Fun Night to save money and give back to your favorite cause. Visit www.funnight.us to sign up now and get a free 30-day trial. Save money, help others with Fun Night, and support Derek Brooks Charities.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today. This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
The environment here is really kid-friendly, family-friendly. The parents are welcome to watch.
It's definitely been a different atmosphere since Dr. Becerra has come on. It's very inviting and welcoming, and the children just enjoy coming here all around.
My middle son did not like to come to the dentist, but now he loves to come to the Beehive.
You don't have to be afraid to go to the dentist.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Primetime TV Show. I am your host, Barbara Marville Kelly. We were talking about another dancer with the Dancing with the Palm Harbor Stars, and we do have Miss Joyce DiDonato, who is joining us. Welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you came on today because I always like this is a regular thing, this Dancing with the Local Stars. I did this last year and had the dancers come on the show. So I thought, well, even though it's short notice, I was so glad you were able to join us.
I passed by twice.
Did you? I think everybody does. But you're here, safe and sound. Joyce actually does Clearwater Night Out, which you are one busy gal.
Yes.
I know.
Clearwater Night Out is an online entertainment directory and a live calendar for the fun things that are going on in North Pinellas County.
Is that the coolest thing or what? I mean, it really
get
is.
to do everything fun.
See? I know. That's why you're one of the other dancers. We love to have fun. So you're.
I don't know how she talked me into that.
I don't either. Lanya called me up. I need a dancer fill in. Will you do it? Okay, thanks. Like that. Is that how you got it too?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah. So you're going to be doing the tango.
Yes.
And you did
I have never taken a dance lesson in my life.
God bless you. Really? You did so well. Now, when did you?
I have a good teacher.
I know. David is amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. And what I love about Arthur Murray Dance School in Palm Harbor is that they make you feel so comfortable for each step and are always
They're very
building your confidence and everything. So what made
picks me up? When he did that the first time, I was like, oh, I held on so tight. I thought he was going to drop me because I'm not a lightweight. And he's tall and thin, and I keep thinking, oh, my goodness, he's going to drop me.
He's good.
But he's strong.
I know.
He did it, and it's fun.
So I know. So let's tell everybody the Citrus Festival is in Palm Harbor this week, and
it starts Thursday through Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And
there's rides. There's a whole bunch of things for the family. It's going to be a fun time.
What's going on at night? Seeing that you are the Clearwater Night Out.
They've got bands constantly. Black Honkies, I think, are there.
Oh, that's right.
On Connie's going to kill me. I think it's Sunday. I don't remember.
We'll figure it out. We can go. You know what?
So many different things on. I forget half of what's going on.
It's okay. If you go to palmharborcc.org, you can find out everything that's going on. And if you go over to the left side and click on Pay Here with PayPal, up will come those of us dancers, and you get to vote for the dancer of your choice. And you can. I think you can vote for all of us if you want. Doesn't matter what, just vote. And
but the votes cost $1 each.
That's all. You can vote for as little as $1.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, so it's $1, and I am not above doing bribes.
Teach me how to do that. I'll be right there with you. What are you going to bribe?
I bake.
Dog cookies?
No, people cookies.
Real people.
People cookies. I put on there for any donation over $10, I will make them a dozen cookies.
Do you believe that? The crew's raising their hand for $10 donation. What can I bribe? Anybody got any ideas? Well, maybe I could bring them on the show or something. Oh, I'm getting the look from the producer here. I'm going to be giving time away, maybe. You never know. That's a great idea. That's a fun idea.
I bribe.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to get in trouble. You think we might get disqualified? I don't think so. What made you pick the tango?
I didn't. David did.
Oh, David did?
I just went in there and he said, have you ever taken a dance lesson before? And I said, no. And he said, okay. He just looked at me and said, we'll do the tango. Okay.
But it looks like you've been really taking a lot of lessons. And a lot of that has to do with, there's our flyer. I'm doing the tango, but the Argentine tango with Misha, and I will fess up. I've had a few lessons, but I just had to learn that routine in 2.5 weeks. When did you start?
Couple
of months.
2 months ago.
2 months ago.
Because I had my 6 lessons already.
Yeah. So I kind of started a little bit later, but isn't it great to have that feeling of giving back in the community?
I loved learning how to. I've always wanted to learn how to do those dances. And
You're
nice.
A natural.
That's what they told me.
You've got to keep going. You've got to come back and dance with us over there because this gal is the dance on your Facebook page?
Yes.
Okay. Go to
no.
Go to Joyce DiDonato. Well, I've been plastering mine all over there. We might as well give you some plugs on that. You have to see this tango she did. It was so romantic. It was sensuous. It was beautiful. And
yeah, he had me wrap my leg around him and pick me up.
I know. I mean, you were just like engaged with him. And I thought, she had to have been taking dance lessons way before this.
Never.
It was so natural. It was really great. It was really great.
Thank you.
So let's talk about your natural cookies that you make for dogs.
My pup cakes, etc.
Can you believe that? Pup cakes. Do you have a website for that?
Yes and no. I had one up, and Jewel actually is the one that her son put it together.
Oh, good.
And they did a beautiful job. But then I kind of let it go when I started doing Clearwater Night Out because I just got too busy.
I understand.
So hopefully I'll get that website back up. But I do have a Facebook page for it.
Oh, good.
So you'll see a lot of the dog cookies that I've made. It's Pupcakes ETC.
Pupcakes ETC. How cute is that?
And as a matter of fact, 2 years ago, the Safety Harbor Resort did a wedding for dogs, and Reggie Roundtree was the person in charge of marrying the dogs. It was really kind of cute.
Oh my goodness.
And I made the wedding cake.
Did you really? Oh my gosh, I love that. You know,
it was in the shape of a bone.
You're going to be one of my first guests when we do
there it is.
Positive Pet segment. Look at this. Is that cute or what? And these are natural ingredients.
There's the wedding cake.
How precious. I love it. Oh, John, thanks for showing that. That's great. That's great. What made you start doing that? Were you tired of seeing what goes into the dog biscuits?
What had happened is I lost my dog. I'm gonna get emotional.
No, don't. It's okay.
I had a beautiful Whippet, and she died from kidney failure. And it was at that time, 2009, I think it was, when that scare from the food with China. And I'm not positive that was it or not, but that's when she developed kidney failure. And then after she died, I was working in a place that's no longer here called St. Larry's. And the bar manager there had 2 big Great Danes. And he said, and I used to bring in cakes and cookies all the time. And he'd say, Joyce, you make these wonderful, creative desserts. Why don't you do this for dogs? And I laughed at him. He went upstairs to the office, and he comes down with this much paper that he had gone online and printed out all these dog recipes and handed them to me and said, here, go through them and pick out the ones you like. I said, what are you, crazy? Look at all these papers you're giving me. But I did.
You did. And look what you're doing. You know, we had a similar thing with one of our Yorkies a few years ago, and she was diagnosed with protein loss disease, Yorkie protein loss disease. And that was when I frantically started looking deeper into the foods, and my dogs were on what I thought was a very good food, only to find out they went on the list now too. And so it's been never ending looking and searching for the right food. So I finally found one, and I posted it on Facebook. And it's a home cooked food. It's all organic, all natural, and it's setting very well with them. They have more energy than ever before, but I haven't given them any treats. So I want to get some treats from you, and I'm going to test those out.
They're all natural. They're brown
I'm sure
rice,
they're going to be good.
Brown rice flour, honey, no sugar, no gluten.
See that? Gosh, if we had
I
more...
make one that looks like a chocolate chip cookie, but it's carobs, of course, because I can't have chocolate.
That is so neat. That's really great. It must make you feel really good, too, to be able to give back to our little dog
My
culture.
babies.
I know. That's fabulous. So are you excited about Thursday night?
No.
I can't figure out if I'm excited, nervous, or what, because, you know,
I'm excited, but I'm really nervous because I've never done this before.
You'll be fine. You'll be better than you think, because it just happens that way. You'll fall into it. Time to take a break already and bring Karen out after the break. I want to thank you so much for making
welcome.
it over
Thank
here.
Thank you for having me.
Vote for Joyce, because she's doing a fabulous, fabulous tango. And if you like mine, vote for both of us. Who knows? We're going to have a blast.
That's right.
We're going to raise a lot of money for Connie Davis over at Palm Harbor Chamber of Commerce, Dancing with the Local Palm Harbor Stars. And you can come and watch. Get a ticket, go to palmharborcc.org, and you'll be able to check it out, and hope to see you there. We'll see you Thursday night, or maybe over at the studio. We'll be
I'll
right
be there
back.
Thursday during the day to practice.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Hi, I'm Derek Brooks, former linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. During my NFL career, I realized the importance of giving back and started my foundation, Derek Brooks Charities. We help Tampa Bay youth prepare for a successful life through our college prep and mentoring programs. Our goal is to see youth excel academically and develop strong characters and be better citizens for tomorrow. To further our mission, we've teamed up with Fun Night, a company that gives members access to thousands of nationwide discounts on products and services they buy every day. These include entertainment, retail purchases, dining, and travel. Best of all, 33% of every membership fee goes to the charity of your choice. We love being able to save our supporters money while giving them a unique opportunity to support our charitable work in the community. I invite you to consider using Fun Night to save money and give back to your favorite cause. Visit www.funnight.us to sign up now and get a free 30-day trial. Save money, help others with Fun Night, and support Derek Brooks Charities.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today. This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
The environment here is really kid-friendly, family-friendly. The parents are welcome to watch.
It's definitely been a different atmosphere since Dr. Becerra has come on. It's very inviting and welcoming. The children just enjoy coming here all around.
My middle son did not like to come to the dentist, but now he loves to come to the Beehive.
You don't have to be afraid to go to the dentist.
Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Hi everyone, welcome back into Primetime TV Show. I'm your host Barbara Marvell Kelly, and with me is my dear friend and colleague Karen Wagner. Did you ever think that us two Libras would be sitting here side by side doing a television show?
In red.
In red!
How fabulous are we?
And we did not even plan that. It's that whole mind thing, right? It is. I have to tell you guys, Karen really, when I met Karen, it was like a burst of sunshine because it gave me a lot of the answers that I needed, as you know. Karen practices Reiki. She's been into the essential oils for how many years now?
I think I'm in my 14th year. Yeah.
14th year.
Yeah.
Good. That is amazing. So
a long time.
you kind of know your stuff.
I'm working on that.
She's working on that. I can call her up, and before it's out of my mouth, well, you need this and this. Now, we're not making any claims about oils being cures or anything like that, but can I just tell you that it is the mainstay in our house.
Thank you.
And it's a company called Young Living.
Yes, Young Living Essential Oils.
So what I want to ask you a little bit of history as to why you chose Young Living. I know why I did, but why did you do your research? Did it just come to you?
I was introduced to Young Living by my Reiki master. At the time, my initiating master is Maureen O'Shaughnessy, and she turned me on to an oil called frankincense. But just prior to Reiki, I had completed a biblical study certification called Bethel. And one of the things, of many things, in Bible study was essential oils and how they were used in the Bible and why was my question. Why were they used in the Bible? So when I found this and she turned me on to frankincense, which was my first experience with essential oils, other than, you know, when I was a hippie in the olden days, because now I am dating myself, I loved patchouli and still do.
Me too.
I know.
Yeah.
So I started using the frankincense, and then my first kit with Young Living that I ordered was 12 Oils of Ancient Scripture. And then I started studying from there, and as I learned more and learned the value of oils as healers, then that expanded my Reiki business, that expanded my ability to consult with people and to share not only how I was getting more well, but to assist anybody else who was interested in their own personal wellness.
Absolutely. And you know, I love you talking about the oils being used in the biblical days, and you know, for obvious reasons. Karen's actually doing a presentation on April 26th, and I'm cheating here with the flyer.
That's fine, use the flyer.
And it's 1:30.
There's the flyer.
I'm going to go to this. I will be there. Here we go. Here we go. Energy exchange of $11 is so low and so well worth it. From 1:30 to 3:30, and you will really learn what you can do as an alternative.
Yeah, we're going to discuss primarily what the value of the ancient usage is, and then how now science has proved the value. So what our grandmothers and our great-grandmothers and knew before us is now being validated scientifically. So there's such great power in the oils. The oils are plant-based. They come from the plants. They're distilled from plants. And there's such great value because the body recognizes the essential oils as food rather than an invader.
Right, and which is natural.
Right.
And I love when you say it's backed by science. Everybody gets science when that's validation. Hello.
Right.
And I mean, it just makes so much more sense.
Well, you know, some people need to have it proved to them that it works. Now, I say, people say, how does it work? And I say it works really well. But some people want to know how and dissect it and know the chemical constituencies. And there are things like sesquiterpenes and monoterpenes, and I'm not a chemist, so I can put you in touch with that information.
Right.
But I really just love that they work and trust that they work and know that they work.
And that's how you learn. You try one, you try another, and it's just amazing what they can do for you. As you know, when I lost Gigi and I was going through that horrible grief period, it was the oil joy that got me out of that grieving mindset and more into prayer and appreciation and gratitude for her energy. And within 2 days, another precious little angel came into my life.
You know, we manifest so well, and the oils help us to do that because they tap in on an emotional level as well as a physical level and the mental level. So they go to every molecule of the body and into the whole cellular structure of the body, even just in the inhalation of it. So just mentioning joy, which is one of our blends, we have singles and blends. Joy has things that uplift you because it's citrus and it's got jasmine and it's got these just beautiful fragrances. You can wear it as a perfume and people will smell it and say, oh my gosh, that smells so amazing. But it taps in on an emotional level and it helps us get through our grief. It helps us to really be more joyful and to understand that this happens
but then this happens too. So
That's
you
right.
may lose here, but then you gain here. And our life is always a balance. And that's what the oils do for us, is they balance our physiology and our emotions.
That is a very, very good explanation.
Thank you.
There's a part of the brain that it gets into, and that's another. Can you touch on that? Because I love the story when you share about the limbic part of the brain, which I never knew there was that part in the brain till you brought it up when it came to oils.
Well, I think that we have a little diagram in about 8th grade of the brain and how it works, but nobody really pays that much
Or cares.
attention. Or yeah, we're busy doing
Just get me to
other
recess.
things. Right. Party time.
Yeah.
So there's a portion of the brain called the limbic region of the brain, and the oils can go through with inhalation and also topical application. But when you put an oil in your hand or the bottle and you breathe it in, it goes through the nasal passages to the limbic region of the brain, where the brain then transverses it through all the cells of the whole body and has its own integrity to find out where it needs to be working in the body. And it's just a fascinating way that, in my belief, the Creator has created for us to have the exchange between humans and the plant world for our synchronicity.
Absolutely.
So there's also a place in the frontal lobe of the brain called the amygdala, and that is the seat or the center of our emotions. So when you take an essential oil and breathe it in and have it around you, it helps us to shift and balance our emotional wellness as well as our physical wellness. So it's just, it's God's gift to us.
It really is.
It's the Creator's gift to our wellness.
It truly is. I had been looking, I was into aromatherapy when I was like 18 or 19.
Sure.
When I walked into Harry Zerbo's health food store up in Michigan.
Yep.
I can't even tell you where it was, but I walked in there and the aroma just permeated the air, and I was sold. And that was when I really started my path to alternatives at a very, very young age. But through the years, there was always something missing, because there was all this warning that you cannot eat or drink, ingest all oils out there. And I really want to stress that, because
that's very
we can
true.
harm ourselves. But please share the difference and what makes Gary Young with Young Living different and safe.
Okay, well, D. Gary Young is the founder of the company, and the name of the company is Young Living Essential Oils. And of course, we're always striving to look young and feel young, but the truth is, his name is Young, so his name is on the company, which I think is a valuable piece of information, because he's putting his stamp of approval for himself, his children who will inherit, for all of us. He's put that stamp of approval. The word living is because with Young Living Essential Oils, on a gas chromatography scale, the oils, after they're distilled, can measure at the same frequency as the living plant. And that is not always true, because in a distillation process, if the temperature is too hot or not hot enough, if there's too much pressure, not enough steam, there's so many variables that go into manufacturing, and of course we could go on and on about that, but let's just keep it real simple and say our company is dedicated to distilling properly, and we own our own distilleries, which most companies do not. And we also own a lot of our own farms, and we farm our own product. So we have farms in Utah, in Idaho, we have farms in Ecuador, we have farms in France. We just started a farm in Croatia. We get our frankincense from Oman. We're, I think, the only American company in Oman. It's just this powerful dedication of Gary Young and of this company to know where we go. So our logo and our promise is seed to seal. So we know when that seed goes in the ground, we know where it goes, what the soil is. Now, you did mention organic before. Some of our things are organic. Some actually are not. They're better than organic because they grow in pristine soil. So there are different grades of essential oils, but we're seed to seal. We plant it, we harvest it, we distill it. We put it in the bottle, we put that label. Thank you very much. They've just put that up for us, and it's gorgeous.
Thanks, John. Fabulous.
And that's here, you deserve the highest quality. I do, you do, we all do. And this is what I believe, after many years of research and other companies that were on the market, other companies that have come along since. I've actually looked at others because I don't want to just say this is the best.
No,
unless
I know.
it is, because I'm putting my word and my voice to it as well. And also, I wouldn't want anything less than the best for myself and my family. So why would I share anything less than the best with you?
Well, you know, it's true. We deserve that.
Yes, we do.
We
and
deserve
you know what?
the
Many
best.
people don't think so.
No, they don't.
And that's another thing that oils can do, is to raise your value of yourself. So, you know, a lot of times people say, well, I really like what you have, but it's so expensive. And truly, when you break it down drop by drop, the value, because of what they offer us to restore our spirit, to restore our physiology, to really balance us, there's no price tag for that.
There is no price tag. Believe me when I tell you from my own personal experience with this, I'm doing this crazy Dancing with the Stars again. You think I'm just as bouncy and bubbly and as relaxed as can be to do that? No. Trust me.
I know there are days I'm a little achy myself, so
you know,
I get my oils out.
So I got just today I spent 3 hours on the floor praying and meditating with my palm full of oils, because it's coming up Thursday, and I get my peace and calming out, get my joy out, get my release out, and it feels so good. It's kind of like my crutch, but it's a good crutch. And you know, the oils may be a little pricey, but like what you say, you are so worth it. And you'll know when you shop for Young Living, you'll see that you can ingest some of these oils and really
I
take
have for
them
many years
internally.
Now, I don't recommend this to everybody. Some people are very much into the medical community, and that's got some great value.
Absolutely,
However,
yes.
just personally, I have treated myself holistically since 2005 and have not had any medical treatment or any type of pharmaceuticals since then.
See that?
So I feel that's pretty amazing. And that's just my experience.
Right.
But others have had similar experiences, and some people can I share a real personal story?
Of course.
My mother had cancer surgery in 2007, and she was sent home with hospice and about 2 months to live even after the surgery. And I started treating her. And then in 2008, my sister and her husband moved to Texas. They were no longer close to her, so I moved in with her thinking I would move, use sandalwood, frankincense, make it a lovely transition for her. Well, guess what? She's still here with us.
I wonder
and I
why.
started, cooking for her a little more organically, using the essential oils. You had mentioned Raindrop. We can talk about that a little if you want, but it's a treatment where we apply the oils to the body topically and realigns the body. And with those treatments weekly, my mother is still alive, and that's since 2007 when she was sent home.
And she's been sharp as a tack. How old's your mom now?
She's 85 and a half.
That is so beautiful. And when we first met, you were also treating her, and I'm not making any claims here, but you were using Aromalife for the blood pressure, if I recall.
Aromalife has, it's a blend oil from Young Living, and we place it on the carotid artery, and it allows the body, what essential oils do is they go into the body and they allow the body to recreate its own balance. So it's supporting the body's systems, like the endocrine system, for example. So when we apply those oils, the body can find its own levels. And she was able to take her blood pressure meds smaller, and finally be weaned off of them. Now, that's our experience in our family.
Right.
I am not suggesting that you do this without working with your doctor, and don't ever quit a medication without speaking to your doctor and maybe take little gradual steps. But here's the great thing about this. Even if you are on pharmaceuticals, you can still use the essential oils and the nutritional products from Young Living because the body recognizes it as a food. Your doctor's not going to say don't eat.
Exactly.
So you can use the oils in synchronicity and in complementary ways with medical treatment. So,
absolutely. And you know, Kelly and I were talking about that when we opened the show today,
Yeah.
is it really goes back to setting the body up as the miracle and allowing it to do its work. And sometimes we need a little bit extra help. And as long as God placed this on the earth, why are we not using it? So it was a blessing for me. And when we first met and you were telling me about your mom, and Helena was the one that...
Oh yeah, Helena kind of put us together. She's a mutual
Thank
friend of
goodness
ours.
for Helena. I love you, my person,
I
for
love you
doing
too.
this. It was so amazing. She's due to come on for our What's Your Story segment
good.
soon. And I tell you, that was
Wear
such...
red.
It was, yeah, wear red, right?
She looks great in red
I know
also.
she does. But it was just such an awakening for me. As soon as she told me what she found, I did the research. Part of the research was this, and I can't remember what site it was, but it was someone that was doing Young Living out in Utah. Maybe you know the story. Maybe I shared it with you. Is they did a study in a petri dish with regular antibiotics for E. coli. E. coli. And they used thieves.
Thieves essential oil blend, yes.
And the results were, and the thieves did a better job, a more thorough and a quicker job than the actual antibiotic for E. coli. And when I read that, I went through the roof. I called Alina. I said, how do I get this? How do I get this? And I mean, it's just been amazing. How long has that been now since we've been doing the oils?
I've been in Florida since late 2010, so we've known each other
5 years. 5 years.
Almost 5 years.
And you know what? It's really a good program to introduce and just try even just one oil. And then you go from there, and don't overwhelm yourself, because I tell you, once you try it and you see the results on your own.
Right. Well, we have a giant kit that you can purchase for a couple $1,000s. And it's worth every penny. However, you're not going to need every single one of them, because everybody's different. We may have been created equal, but because of what we've eaten or our life experience or whatever, we don't end up equal.
Right.
So we all need a little different thing, and that's why we have more than one product. Let me go back just for a minute, though, to the science. When we were talking about the Thieves blend, okay, and testing Thieves against other things, we've tested against bleach for mildew and mold and things like that, and it's very successful there, too. But there are universities like Weber State University, the University of Oklahoma, the list goes on, and I'm not going to take up that much time, but I can provide that for you. Also, we are also being used in medical facilities like Johns Hopkins and the Cleveland Clinic.
I've been hearing that.
So we've got some muscle out there now. It's not just a bunch of crazy girls out there doing oils like hippies, which we are, but that's okay too.
We're just grown up hippies.
Last of the surviving flower children. I'll
we
take
are.
credit.
It's this generation.
We
you
are.
bet. You
and
bet.
We're pretty cool still, I think.
I think we're.
My son doesn't think I'm cool, but I was way cool before he came along.
Exactly.
Anyway, so I got a point here somewhere. There's the science to back it up, and you know, these have been around forever. One of the things that's really interesting about the essential oils is that bacterias and viruses and stuff don't mutate. What the oils can go in, clean up the sites in the cellular level, and then kind of evaporate from the body without leaving residue, without mutating viruses and bacteria and stuff. So, you know, we'll have some strain of this or that flu or whatever it happens to be. But with the oils, because they're natural, they don't mutate. So it's pretty interesting that they're always powerful and they're always effective. Even if you just want to clean your house with the Thieves Household Cleaner.
That's what I do.
You change your life
And
just by cleaning with this stuff.
Oh, absolutely. And it acts as a great glass cleaner. Big time.
Yes.
Big
well,
time.
You know, I don't know. Didn't your grandmother polish with lemon oil?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, wood with lemon oil and orange oil. And what's great about it, not only does it make the wood look great, but it infuses your home with these great essential oils. And then you have it in you, on you, and around you. And that's kind of my philosophy. People say, how do I use it? I go, put it in you, put it on you, put it around you.
Absolutely.
If you have a question, put it on your feet. That's a neutral and natural receptor site. There's where the molecule, not the molecules, the well, anyway, it's
nerve endings.
Yeah,
something
not
like
the
that.
nerve endings, but the skin cells are adaptable on the feet, so it will uptake the essential oils without irritating. Where some of the oils could irritate your skin.
Right.
I'll use oregano as as an example, because oregano applied topically can take off, or well, okay, I won't say it can. There's a possibility that it may.
It just might
allow a mole or a wart to have a remedy.
Say bye-bye, or something like that.
Well, my personal experience is that it does.
I remember when you were doing that.
So anyway, but it feels very hot and caustic on the skin. Well, that's because it's considered an antiviral, so of course you want that to have that power and that bang for its buck.
Right.
But we do caution, and we do say that when you're using things topically, to use carrier oils, and I can guide you through all of that, and have done that in the past.
As you have with me.
I need that corrected because my phone number's not correct on there.
808-380.
It should be 384.
Oh, 384.
6781.
Okay. So we'll get that corrected
That'd be
for
great.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
I have done lavender on my feet for a long, long time.
Oh,
and
lovely.
when I really when I was working at the Home Shopping Network and doing my early morning shifts, and I had to go to bed really, really early in the evening, I infused the room on me and around me with lavender, and that was just go into the health food store and buy one of those, that kind of thing. But
that's a good start.
It was a great start because it just resonated with me. It was so powerful. But with the Young Living, I know that I'm safe. And what I love about Young Living is all the bullet points that you've given us on how they do their homework, and from seed to seal, that tells me that there is a very high quality assurance that goes along with this, because they keep their eyes, their hands on everything.
Right. Well, let me explain something to you about that. When a Young Living has a single oil, what is in that bottle is 100% pure lavender, frankincense, whatever, in singles.
Thank you.
Now in blends, though, some of them are blended with 3 or more essential oils, plus some of our blends do have carrier oils like almond oil or sesame oil, things like that. The FDA requires a bottle, let's just pretend this is a bottle of Brand X. If it's on the shelf and it says lavender oil, 100% lavender oil, 5% of what is in this bottle must be 100% lavender, but the other 95% can be whatever.
And they don't have to disclose that?
That's correct. So what I'm saying to you is, with Young Living, 100% of it is all, the whole bottle, 100%.
And I'm glad you said that, because that's why they are powerful. And we recommend that when you order some and you try an oil, try a little bit, and then just add it. That's what I've done. I mean, I could just pour it on me all day long. Because
and there are many of us that really want to teach people how to use it correctly.
Yes,
so don't just get it. And I mean, I did that. I dumped it. I made some huge mistakes. Because I dump stuff on and go, oh my gosh, because I was more.
You think you
better.
Need more, right?
And truly, more isn't better. A drop is a serving. So even a drop in a glass of water can sometimes be too much. A drop in a quart of water can be just about right.
Sure.
So, we test as we go along to see what works for each individual person.
Trial and error.
And dog and cat and your horse. We can treat your kids, your pets, yourself, your grandma.
I know. It's I mean, it's just amazing what these oils can do, what they have done for us. Make sure you get a hold of Karen if you would like to have a consultation with her.
Absolutely.
She's right here in our area and certainly available for one-on-one. Talk to her, because this gal really knows her stuff. And in the training, I have the big book as well. I've opened it up a few times. But when, they've done their homework, there's this big, huge, I am not kidding you, it is that high.
Huge.
Desk reference.
Yes, the Essential Oil Desk Reference. It comes from Life Science Publishers. You can order it through them.
And it tells you, I don't think there's any time where I ever went there where I couldn't find something that I wanted to know about.
Yes, they have different protocols for personal usage guide. They have section of each oil, the chemical constituency of all the singles, the blends, and what's in the blends. Some information about how to use, how it's grown. Every product that we have and that we offer, whether it's the essential oils or the nutritionals, body and skincare, we have a really wide scope, so it would take forever to talk the catalog, but there is one.
I know, and the diffusers. The diffusers are fabulous.
Are great too.
They're fabulous.
Yeah.
My goodness.
In you, on you, around you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm gonna steal that.
No, you're not gonna steal it. It's a gift.
Okay.
It's a gift.
We only have about a minute to go.
Okay.
So if
All
you
right.
want to hear about the ancient mystery of power of essential oils, Karen is going to be doing a presentation here in Tarpon Springs over at New Beginnings Oneness Center, and it's going to be a discussion of the history of essential oils, their value, their uses in today's world.
Right.
And I mean, think about it, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and Karen can give you some of the tips on what has worked for you and your clients.
Sure.
And it's just really great. I am so honored to have you in the show today.
Thanks.
And to be able to have your expertise to share with others out there for additional ways to where we can set our bodies up as a miracle and live the best quality of life ever.
I'm grateful that I've been invited, and I find it a privilege to be able to share this with everybody.
I know you
So
do.
it touches my heart. I'm going to get a little
Nah,
verklempt
it's
here, but
okay. Verklempt. I love it.
I love the oils, and I love them enough that I want to share them with you all.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
what Primetime TV show is all about, bringing you the best of the best and the latest of the greatest. So thanks for being with us today. Get a hold of Karen, get a hold of me, and we'll be happy to share the oils and our experiences because we have more stories to share. Now, I'll be back next Monday, and in the meantime, don't forget to vote for Dancing with the Local Palm Harbor Stars. I'm dancing my little glam feet off this Thursday, and I'm all over Facebook. You know, I had said
I saw the Facebook.
I know.
She's even
I
in
know.
her practice. She's amazing. She's,
driving everybody crazy, shamelessly.
I'm going to say this. She looked pretty good for an old broad because you and I are the same age. So I'm saying she looks fabulous on the dance floor.
I do.
I'm impressed.
We need to raise the bar and set the example, right?
Yes.
For generations to come.
Yep. Happy, healthy, any age.
You got it.
We can
you
do
got
it. Yeah.
Thanks for being
Thank
with us
you.
today. We'll see you same time, same place next week.